fabulous shot.
And a warm hello from Michigan. Q Sports International and Predator Group present the Michigan Women's Open in conjunction with the Michigan State Championships. This is George Teachan in the booth and Jimmy White bringing you the live action of this final 16 women's tournament. We have 48 women that started out here. We're down to the final 16.
Yeah, George, we got the best seat in the house yet again. Jasmin Ouschan from Austria, Seoa, South Korea. Jasmin actually coming through the one-loss bracket. And Seoa hasn't lost a match yet, but now it's stage 2, sudden death. This is the pressure is cranked up.
As has the format. Instead of one match apiece equals a shootout, now it is 2 out of 3 matches. But if the final match is tied at 3 in the race to 4, it goes to a shootout.
And for the 3rd year in a row, the Kellogg Arena welcomes all these players from around the globe. They all converge on Battle Creek here in Michigan. And what a beautiful little town it is.
You know, it really is. It's nice to see these. Well, there's close to about 300 or 400 people in here right now. There's 69 tables set up, 7-foot Predator tables. Jasmin is off to a good start here with the break and the 2-3 combo.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's quite set for her though, so. And a few areas of concern near the bottom, just near where the cue ball is. 7 doesn't look like it's available anywhere. So no clear-cut path to the finish line in rack number 1.
She was using that wall of balls. Did she find the corner pocket? She did. She was using the wall of balls there to provide protection from that 2-ball. $60,000 available to these ladies. 18 of it will be first place money. The loser here will have to settle for $13,13. And the winner will go on trying to get that $18,000 first prize. Both ladies have tasted success. Seoa, who's at the table now, was 3rd at the Alpha Las Vegas Open. She was 5th in Germany. I'm sorry, that's Jasmin. Seoa was 3rd at the Women's World 9-ball in Atlantic City. She won the Alpha Las Vegas Open, and she was 5th in Wisconsin. So they're both experienced with this format. They both know about and can play the shootouts.
Well, a chance here, George. She'll leave herself an angle on the 5. She wants to get pretty straight on that 6. Because she can play that 7 into the opposite side. Pocket she just knocked the 4-ball into. And she's got to drop nicely onto the 6 to afford that opportunity on the 7. So just get that cue ball over the left-hand side of the table as we look.
And she has, and the better she gets on the 7, the easier she gets on the 8. Which is something that a lot of amateurs should look at, is your angles lead to the next angle, and the better your angle, the easier your next task is.
This was the only pocket that 7 was going to be available to. So this is well thought out.
Looks like it's a little bit of an angle where she might touch the 9-ball. I think she goes right by it. She's going for the middle of the table with the cue ball. Silky smooth. She's playing with the Zen cue. She does use the Predator jump cue and the Predator break cue. Seoa is the 10th highest ranked woman in Fargo with a Fargo rating of 737. Jasmin, of course, is the 745 and ranked 4th. Not too far apart. They're only 8 points apart in Fargo. We have 7 other matches going on right now from the final 16. She's missed that fairly easy 8-ball, but I believe the 10-ball has come up and blocked any access to it other than a kick.
That was a bad miss from Seoa there. She was doing it all perfectly. And she got pretty lucky. After a miss like that, you'd really expect punishment to be swift and sure, but Jasmin's just kicking at this 8.
She'll probably call it in the upper right-hand corner, but really just playing safe. She's going to kick it with speed just to get there, and maybe if she catches the side rail, move to the head rail and not afford a shot. Probably hoping the 9 or playing for the 9 or the 10 to get in the way. Good angle. Fairly good result. She'd like to have been against the rail, but she's given up a shot. Not an easy one.
Very thin cut, top left corner. Seoa's just come and had a look at it.
She cuts it to the, oh, she's going to go for the top left corner. I'd be going for the top right corner and using the cue ball to come right at the 10 ball for a good line on the 9. She's coming to the inside. Either one worked just as well. Here's the kind of 8-ball that she missed.
Good recovery there because she really wants to forget about that chance she's already had in this opening rack. Got to stay nice and still on this.
Opening game and opening set, very important in this format. And the first game to the South Korean, well, the Austrian watches her break. In fact, we will be in Jasmin's country here next month.
In her
Just a couple of
hometown.
weeks in her hometown in Klagenfurt, Austria, home of Jasmin and Ouschan at the sports arena there. Jasmin, of course, as many of you might know, and some of you that don't, was starred in the Dances with the Stars. Did a great job on it too. I actually went to YouTube and looked it up and watched that performance, and she did a fantastic job with it. She really did.
You know, you mentioned Jasmin's brother, Albin, and for a few years, Albin was in Jasmin's shadow. Not anymore. He's one of the top men on the planet, and you know, I've heard rumors of a Scotch doubles event that's in the works.
Oh,
What a formidable pair they would make.
why don't you hold that at your room? Put together an invitational 16-player event.
You'd get more than 16 if you
Well-
put together an event that would garner all the top players in the world. You'd get a lot more than 16 teams. But what a pair Jasmin and her brother would make. And I wouldn't be shocked if they did pair up.
Well, just think, you'd have Jasmin, you would have Feder and Christina, you would have Tyler Steyer and Margaret. There's just 3 to think of that come right off the top of our heads. Aloysius Yap and Sylviana Lou.
It's got the makings, doesn't it?
It does.
containing shot, that one from Jasmin. Again, the dry break. Well, she's kicking at this. She's called the 9, but she wouldn't mind just a full contact and keeping that cue ball behind cover.
Well, not quite as lucky that time. She's left the straight in 1 ball. Looks like it goes from here. Jasmin, of course, has the better view. In between racks, I'll fill you in on who's playing who in the final 16. For those of you that are interested out there in computer and TV land. A little shout out to all those on the computer, in the YouTube and the Facebook chat rooms that like to battle out and express themselves. This 3 ball and coming back to the 4 is a little, not sure if she draws that ball, can she get underneath the side pocket? Well, she just has to go to the rail on the left and make the 4 available to the right-hand corner. And she's missed the 3 ball.
And disgusted with her effort, and I mean her body language. I mean, she just couldn't get back to that chair fast enough. She's a terrific player, Jasmin, and she hasn't found that gear just yet, but still early days. Got to get it sorted out.
You know, in looking over the final 16, I've been commenting all week on how 15 of the top women's players are here. They're all right there. Testament to Fargo.
Oh, this is a weak effort. Very weak effort from Seoa there.
You know, we kind of saw that in an opening match this morning between Federgorst and Jovan Bustamante. They both started out real slow. I wonder if it's the climate here in Battle Creek. Maybe they just missed some of that Kellogg's Frosted Flakes, and they're not just great yet. But they will be, because players will start slow sometimes, but they'll pick it up when they have to.
It's okay. She feathered the 4. It still goes by the 9, and she's got plenty of angle to take that cue ball up to attack the 5 next. Jasmin needs a good visit here to build a little confidence.
Forget that 3 ball that she missed in the corner pocket.
Played that nice. Beautifully controlled.
The tendency is to overhit it.
Well, also the tendency is when you know you're a little nervous, you tend to grip that cue a little tighter. You have to force yourself to loosen your grip. Let the cue do the work. And we all know they're nervous. This is just the second rack. You know, you don't try and mask it either. You have to try and embrace it. Easier said than done, George.
Breathe.
Well, Jasmin knows, as does everyone watching, that she's got this rack at her mercy.
She's got to go by that 9 ball. And well done. She made sure to avoid it and not go too deep. Get
Well,
up on the sate. and
she's
back.
going to have to thump this one in. Going to have to go right around the angles. 4 cushions and back down for that 9. So she's going to be hitting this at a lot of speed.
As long as she gets past that 10, she'll be happy. And then some. Oh, well, she's perfect. I thought she was going to get too straight on it, but it kind of stayed a little low enough to create just the angle she needs to play the 10 in the side.
And she plays quick, too.
Nice rhythm to her game. I think they both do.
Yeah, exudes confidence when she's in gear. She's a force. Jasmin Ouschan secures rack number 2. We're deadlocked here. And Jasmin with the break in rack number 3.
And we have Chow and Hiraguchi in the heat of battle on table 2. Cristina Zalteva and Cristina Tekach. Battle of the Cristinas on table number 9. Weiwei and Ilu Kibaraglu.
And George, I also see that there's still a couple men's matches from over 2 hours ago. Still
they're
fighting
still
it out there. Quarterfinal matches.
Is Yap still going at it? Got Allison Fisher and Margaret Fefalova, Amber Chen and Kelly Fisher, Sarah Roca and Chichiro Kawahara, and Bean Hung and Wanling Wang. For the 16 finalists in the women's tournament. 1 ball, I thought the 1 ball was gone, but it did not. Neither did the 3. It's dry with a straight in shot, opening shot on the 1 ball.
She's got a much more powerful break, Jasmin, than does Seoa. She's got to find that golden spot. But I mean, total disbursement of all the balls, as you can see, but nothing finding its way to a pocket. That 3 is a problem ball. So deep in the pocket and kind of covered by the 9. Clear shot at the 1. Just looking at where she wants to take that cue ball to go after the 2 next. I think she knows if she can get that cue ball right up on that cushion, she's just kind of shown you with her cue. That'll avail position to the 3. It's a tough shot on the 2 first. Yeah, it was such a thin cut. Such a thin cut. It would have been hard to get that cue ball in the area it is now and still make the 2. She caught it thick, and as she left Jasmin a shot at the 2.
It looks like she does have a shot. She's wondering whether she can just stop the ball. Looks like she's dead straight in, so there's not much more she can do is stop the ball and maybe pocket the, maybe double kiss the 3 ball in. Well, from there, she might have to go rail first. She's called it.
Yeah, referee's got to be eagle-eyed here just to make sure she catches that 3 before the 9.
Well, that won't double kiss it. But it won't leave anything easy. Just look where she has to travel to get position for the 4. This is kind of ugly.
Yeah.
Will she just try to stay there behind the 9 and push the 3 ball out?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that play from Jasmin, exactly what her game plan was, but she bought herself this.
It's no prize. Not at all happy, and her body language tells you, I don't like it either.
I think if Jasmin was given the choice to play that slow roll on the 3 over again, I think she would.
An open rack for Seoa. 22-year-old from South Korea. Promising player. She's already way up there. In rankings.
She knew she couldn't get close to the 5, so she just leaves herself a little length, but just float this past the 9. She knows the 6 is there, 7's there, so this is an opportunity for her.
Just gets the cue ball a little bit off the rail, and she'll be in business once she shoots this 5 ball. That way she can maneuver the cue ball for the 7, and after that it's 2-1. Very simple game, a very smooth game.
Maybe a little harder than she intended. Was probably playing the 7 to the bottom left corner. Probably still will, just not going to be able to get as close to the 8 as she would have liked. Nice. Stayed very still on that.
Mark of most of the Europeans and Asians. As you noted, the 2 Polish players are still at it, Fortunski and Szewczak. And the longer that goes, the longer that means that it's probably going to go to a shootout.
Well, that match started the same time as the Fedor Gorst match that we commentated. So they've been going for almost 2.5 hours.
Yes, it's 9 o'clock. Whoa. Just 10 ball for a 1-game lead. And they trade punches to start out this set, with Seoa getting the last punch in. 2-1.
Yeah, nothing dramatic as yet. Just a very slow and measured approach by both ladies. Always looked, even given their Fargo ratings as close as they were, this always looked like it was going to be a very tough one to call. And you know, when you get matches like this, sometimes it's just the rub of the green, George. You know, a roll here, a roll there determines your winner. I mean, such are the subtleties that top flight pool, and these players have to accept. I always talk about being so mentally strong.
As you mentioned, Seoa is undefeated here. She defeated Kelly Pendleton and Sarah Roca to get to this point of getting into the final 16. Takes 3 matches. She had a bye for the first one as she was seeded, as was Jasmin. Jasmin, on the other hand, defeated Natalie Chabot, but lost to Chichiro Kawahara, and then defeated Elise Kui.
Well, wide open at the 1, the 2, and 3, 4, 5 all open. The 6 is a problem, nestled next to the 9.
I wonder if she'll play this 1 ball off the 9. Nope. 9 ball's quite a ways from the pocket, but she would have opened up the 6 ball doing that. Then everything would go.
Yeah, if the 4 was on the same side of the table as the 3, she'd take a shot at opening the 6 here, George. But, you know, you sacrifice position by going at the 6. That's the reason she avoids it. So if she's going to try and develop that 6, it's going to have to be off the 5.
I think she will. Let's see how she does it. She can do it off the corner. She can do it off the side in position. She'll have to go to the side rail first, though, the one on the right of the 6. I don't think, well, she can do it from both sides. Much safer to do it from the left side of the 6 than the right side of the 6.
Jasmin has always been a student of the game, you know, believes wholeheartedly in fitness. Well, she probably doesn't miss many days at the gym because you know, sound body is a sound mind.
I always thought it was a round body, and I keep getting closer to that.
You're close, George. Oh, that's a great shot.
A nice angle.
Yeah, she's left that angle. She can slice this 5 into the side pocket, and that cue ball is going to be heading towards the 6.
Is it
plan
enough?
your work and work your plan.
Yeah, but is it enough angle? That's like, as I look at this, I just,
Trust me, George, it's there.
enough? Okay.
Straight to the 6.
Oh, she played it in the side.
She didn't quite cut it thick enough. She had plenty of room to get that 6 into the open. She just cut the 5 too thin. That was there for her, and that's a missed opportunity.
See, I was thinking of playing it off the 5, but playing the 5 to the corner. That's why I wanted to list a little bit more angle. That might be why she went that way.
Well, she's trying to get in. She's trying to get the 9 here. She tried to get in behind the 6. Didn't quite catch it as intended, but she sure hasn't left Seoa anything easy. She's hampered, queuing right by that 9. And she's got to dial long distance on this 6.
I wonder if she has that phone number, 1-800 go in.
That was never going to be easy. Now, does Jasmin slice this 6 into that same corner that Seoa just tried and up and down, back down for the 7 because a possibility for a billiard 7-10. Straight up and down the middle of the table.
That's just what she's doing. And her speed's perfect. I think the 7 ball goes by the 10.
If the 7
Yeah.
goes, that'll definitely be the plan of attack. If it doesn't, there's a possible billiard here. Again, the way she's looking at this, I got to believe that 7 goes by the 10. Yeah, it does. What a good shot that was on the 6.
The speed was just absolutely perfect. Giving herself the nice soft angle to get on the 8. And now, see how each angle just leads to the next. She works the cue ball to the next ball just with natural angles. Just the hair spin, just a little bit of spin to enhance it. Making sure she doesn't get straight to come down for the 10.
When she's at the table, her speed of play just looks like she's got a little more conviction than does Seoa. A little bit more menacing at the table. And the fact that she plays everything a little quicker, you just get the feeling that she's a little more confident. 2-2 the score. Still a long ways to go in this match. That was a big win for Jasmin. Some good shot making there. I always like seeing players that play at a quick pace and just get on with their business. Don't try and overthink shots. I always remember a old friend of mine I used to do a lot of commentary with, Jerry Forsyth, used to say, "You think long, you think wrong."
A nice rhythm to the game also makes it appear like you're playing like you practice. And that's just, it flows instead of forced. And when your world is all blue, that's cloth, it flows a lot easier.
Now she needs a good break. Just great white ball. Park that white in the middle, and a ball down and a shot at the 1, 2 in the same proximity. Gilt-edged opportunity here now for Jasmin. She's not been in front in this match.
Trying to see just how she plays this. Will she play it soft, or will she just stun the cue ball to the right and push the 2 ball towards that corner and be straight in on it? That way she can use a full stroke on it. Oh.
Is she okay?
I'm not sure. That's why I suggested stunning the cue ball to the right and running into the 2.
Her body language tells me it is pure disgust.
Yeah. Yeah, as I was looking at that, I was going to say that to get on the 2, staying to the left of it was dangerous. And sending the cue ball over. Oh, she jumped right over it. Ouch.
Just a little bit of carelessness there. She doesn't even want to look. Just totally disgusted with her effort. Well, you got to forget about that, Jasmin.
She just did. She looked back at the table and she says, "I'm okay now."
So far in the match, there have been some unforced errors from Jasmin, and that's what's brought Seoa to the table, and she's taken advantage. She's got lots of angle on this 3. And she's got to get back to the same side of the table for the 4 next. Just got to play this, thump it in, side cushion and back over to that side or around the back of the 10. Just depends how she sees it. Well, that's going to be short of speed. So she's going to have to come with a real good shot to knock this 4 up the cushion.
Cue ball traveling about the same way, just across and back again.
Yeah, she can focus purely on making this 4 because the natural track for that cue ball will land on the 5. So just got to make the 4. Good recovery, real good recovery.
Looking real solid here. Scores tied, and the pocket number of pocketed balls is very close, within 2 or 3. But what stands out are the 4 missed shots by Seoa, and then a couple now by Jasmin. And the 3 fouls by Jasmin.
And Jasmin finally hit a good break. Left herself a chance at the 1 and just a very bad positional shot from the 1 to the 2. Brought Seoa out of her chair. But she has really taken her chances. When she's been given the opportunity, she has capitalized. No one's won 2 in a row yet. It's a 3-2 lead for this South Korean star. We'll see if she can find the measure of the break. Put this first set to bed.
Truly international event. We have these ladies representing close to 15 countries from around the world.
And just like last night, George, you're starting to see a lot of people in here. I think we guesstimated about 200 to 300 people earlier. Well, I think you might be able to add about another 100 people onto that, looking around.
Yeah, I was going to say double up, bubble up, but you're right. There's quite a few more. 149 teams, as Jim was saying. Up from 95 the year before. 3rd year for the Michigan State Championships here. And Predator Pro Billiard Series. Brought to you by Q Sports International, Medalla Light, Kamui, Samsung TV Plus, and Predator Group. And of course, my favorite one is the Rums of Puerto Rico. All tables here are the Apex tables, 9-footers and 7-footers, the Arcadia Cloth, the Arcos II balls, the Aero Rack, and the Arena Lights. The official equipment of the Predator Pro Billiard Series. Come up just past the 9 ball, away from the rail for the 3. It'll be well served to go to the 4 with a good angle.
Good speed.
Excellent.
No problem balls. The 5 below the 10 is available to the corner pocket. Jasmin knows she's had plenty of opportunities in this match already, and just a couple lax positional shots have cost her racks. So again, she's got the handles Let this rack in her control.
All ball fouls. You got to be careful. Angela Williams, our referee, taking note. Watching that cue over the 5-10 and the hand. Making sure nothing makes contact. And in so doing, Jasmin misses the 3 ball. Sometimes you're cueing just a little bit uncomfortable, and it's enough to take it off your shot.
Got a little fortunate with the roller after missing that 3. 7 came to her aid. Now just a kick for Seoa. And this 3 is on.
Almost found cover. Comes straight across for the 4 ball in the bottom left-hand corner, making 3 ball in the upper left-hand corner. Or is she going to come to the side? Yeah, she's going to come to the side with it. Now, the last couple shots that I've seen angles like that, both players chose to bring the cue ball down for the pocket in the side instead of coming straight across for the pocket in the corner. That might be telling me I'm doing things wrong.
Now, nothing short of a glaring mistake is going to stop Jasmin Ouschan from squaring this match at 3 apiece. And she'll have the break in the deciding rack if she gets there.
She's being very tidy with her cue ball.
Yeah, the speed that she played that, a lot of people might have thought that side pocket was in the equation, but when you played at that speed, the spin really takes over and pulls it away from that side. Very nice technique. Her back arm was right in line with the cue. Well, George, we haven't had many one-rack deciders for sets. This is one of the
No.
very few. And Jasmin will have the break, completes the run out there.
Neither player ever won 2 games in a row. They traded punches the whole time. And they won off of each other's break. .55% time at the table for Jasmin, 45 for Seoa. They're tied at 3. Pocketed balls by Jasmin was 34. Pocketed balls by Seoa was 26.
Yeah, it goes against conventional wisdom, doesn't it? That no one held serve.
No one held serve, but the 3 glaring fouls from Jasmin stand out. And then the 4 missed shots by Seoa.
Big break, biggest break to this point. And to lay the foundation for the set, Jasmin needs a good one. And Seoa just can sit and wait and see how this one unfolds.
2 ball, 1 ball, both down, 3 ball out in the open, 4 balls out in the open. A good stop shot here by Jasmin on his 3 and pocketing it, and she could very easily run this rack.
Yeah, and these are the sort of shots that are all a test of cueing. Long and straight and all about delivering that cue straight on the intended line. She knows the 4 is right there. She's got to maybe just draw this back slightly to leave the angle on the 4. Let that cue ball track up for the 5, and the 6 is available past the 7. This is a great break. Now she's got to make it pay off.
And it's all on, a lot of it's on this shot right here.
And that's what all those hours of practice are about, those long, straight shots that are always a test of cueing.
They are testers. That's exactly what they are, is testers. And the more you come up with them in practice, the better you come up with them in the game, in the actual game. Because it's hot out there. Those nerves are, you know what you need to do, and it's got to get done, and you don't have a second chance. Overcut it, cue ball. Oh, wow.
Well, this is ugly.
How that hangs up on fairly new cloth is beyond me. That was a tough hang up there. Bad break for Jasmin. Very lucky break for Seoa.
Well, she's probably happy to get back to the table, though, but, I mean, this is ugly. Getting safe from here. Not much she could do.
The more that cue ball traveled, the better the angle got from the 4 to the 5. Now she can come straight towards that corner pocket. Scary to go when you're going straight to a pocket, isn't it? You got to make sure your speed's right. Because if she goes against it, there you go. Use the head rail to kill it. I can tell you one shot that Jasmin will be practicing is that long straight in 3 off the rail.
A long 6, the 7 right there. This is the big shot in the set. And it was a big one.
You called it. Tester number 2, both players missed the answers. This is no picnic to get shape on this 7 ball. Does the 10 ball, if she draws this ball, does she catch the 10 ball?
I think
It's
she's
real
got to
close,
draw
yeah.
this. I
Yeah.
mean, trying to force follow, the danger of flicking the 10 and cue ball heading towards that corner pocket. I think she has to try and draw this, maybe even try and pinch the pocket a bit and draw it off the 10.
Yes. That would get her up for the 7. It would probably come right underneath it, hit the rail, and then come up, leave her straight in.
Now this is
She's going
dangerous for
forward.
me. It's got to hit this so pure.
Ooh.
Oh, she did. She hit it nice. Just flicked the edge of the 10, but she didn't catch it thick. But she knew. That's why she took so long. She knew. And she's got this one by the scruff of the neck now. She's got to take it home.
She's going to go all the way to the side. Yeah, she's got the angle to go right where she's looking. You get the perfect angle to come down. Just follow the 9 ball for the 10. Lays perfect.
For the first set, this 10. Now she can breathe a sigh of relief now. No one won 2 in a row until the end, and it was pivotal. Jasmin Ouschan, 1-0. We'll be right back. Stay with us, folks.
And the ladies are back in the arena. The referee racking balls, Miss Angela Williams. We have a timekeeper of Davina Page. Q Sports International referees. Working hard to make things happen here in the arena. Battle Creek, Michigan. In this Q Sports International Predator Group Pro Arena.
Yeah, I talk a lot, George, about all the moving parts to put events like this together, and obviously CSI and Predator team up to coordinate the amount of workers. I mean, from officials to the trade show component here to the pro events. A lot of work goes in. Starts a year in advance, if not more. Here we go. Buckle in. Our second set.
And she's had nothing but dry breaks. I don't believe she's made a ball in the break yet. Actually, she has made one. In 4 breaks. Zero, zero to open the second set. Jasmin pushing. Oh, I don't think she wanted to push there. She's going to get it back. I actually like kicking this ball off the right-hand side rail.
Assuming she can't go between the 5 and the 10.
No, she can go, yeah, assuming she can't go between, and even if she can go between the 5 and the 10, it affords a way to make the ball and give her position.
Yeah, she's kicking off the right-hand cushion. She's called the one into the corner.
I think this is very playable. I think she'll be very close. Oh, she was.
A little miscalculation from Jasmin with the push out there. No way she wanted to push into a kick.
Now, I can tell you that particular kick she just did at her club table or on the table that she's been playing on for some time, she probably would have made that or come very close to it. With the sliding cloth and the slickness of the table, sometimes they don't have a chance to really get a feel for shots like that. And so you're playing them the way you would be at the club, and they just respond a little differently. She's just going to hold it there for the 3 in the upper corner. She has to decide whether to try to go above the 9 and to the left, or kind of stop it there and bring it back a little bit and stay there for a shot on the 2. Pretty sure she's going to go to the left of the 9 ball. Now this thing just opened up perfectly for her.
Yeah, perfect angle to take the cue ball back around the 5, play the 5 bottom left. It looks like she's just avoided that 6, so she's not going to be hampered queuing over it. Just avoided it.
Mm-hmm.
Never looks like she carries any baggage, does she, Seoa?
Yeah.
If there's any negative thoughts going through her head, she just never shows it.
Yeah, they're just not on display.
Emotionless.
Yeah, that's a very common trait amongst all the Asian players, especially.
Yeah, they're all business, aren't they? Very polished, very professional.
I would think she was trying to hold that there for the side pocket, but came over a little bit further and end up with a straight in shot to the corner. So stay with this shot, though. You got to stay right with it. Make sure you don't open it up too far.
Yeah, very clinical clearance there. Always in control of that white.
From now on, after that expression, clinical clearance, I'm going to call every run out a CC.
Both Fishers, Kelly and Allison front and center here in the last 16 too. I see them both playing, so just can't buy a ball off the break.
Well, the good thing is she didn't leave too much, but did she leave just enough?
She could play this one into the right corner and draw the cue ball into the 8. Use the 8 to hold for position to the 2.
You like the right corner?
She can go either way.
Yeah.
If she goes to the left corner, she's playing the right corner. If she went to the left, George, she'd have to draw it off the cushion and down. But here she can use that 8 to hold for position. She's got to softly draw the cue ball into it. Got to get the 1 first. Well, offers her hand to apologize. That flicked off the 6 and went in. She's nicely onto the 2. That's one of those, I'm sorry,
But I'm not sorry. Sorry, but not sorry.
but I'm very happy to
Yeah.
still be at the table.
I'm sorry, but stay there.
Didn't quite get into that as she might have liked. So she's going to have to travel a bit with that cue ball. Up and down the center line. Back to get that 5 to the side pocket. Going to be played at a bit of speed. Beautiful. Far from easy.
Play this to the corner, or she can play it to the side. She had the angle to draw it up. I wasn't sure she had the angle to come back up if you played it to the side pocket. We continue this set at this rate, and Jasmin will run away with it. A little bit of an angle here, trying to get to where she is now would be perfect for the 9.
Yeah, 9 to 10.
But the angle doesn't lead to where she is now. She's going to have to work the cue ball. Yes, the only problem I see with side pockets is if you don't get the right angle, you're going to have to run it and work it accurately.
Couldn't have played that shot a lot better.
No. Which leads to my next comment, but if you can work the cue ball like that, it's not a problem. Jasmin looking good through these last few balls.
Yeah, she's keeping Seoa in her crosshairs. 1-1. And she's got the break in rack number 3. The first set, they just volleyed racks back and forth, and Jasmin broke the sequence by winning the last. Just not a lot between these two players. And you mentioned their Fargo rating was very close between them as well. So just no surprises that it really is a roll here, a roll there, maybe an unforced here or there that proves the difference.
8 points difference in their Fargo. 745 for Jasmin and a 737 for Seoa.
Yeah, nothing really.
No.
George?
No. It's almost even less than the flip of a coin. Five ball. And the 7 ball at the very end there. With a straight in shot on the 1, the 2 ball available.
Well, dare I say it? She's giving herself a chance again, right from the break.
She does. The first rack she had like this that looked really good to run, but it had a really tough shot to start it off. But she gets there, and she would have been in business. But this one has an easier, much easier shot to start it off. She can get her hand on the table, get a good stroke on the ball. And she starts it off with a good cue ball and a nice make. Now, it's just a matter of working her way to a straight in shot on that 10 ball. Don't go too high. It's trouble.
Yeah, she overhit that.
It's trouble.
She's left herself straight. And she may, if she can try and cheat that pocket a little. If not, she may have to slow roll this.
And just accept the 4 ball cut. And it's not a bad one because the cue ball goes to a good direction. Might even use the 8 ball. It wouldn't hurt to just cut it in, just make the ball. And if she goes by if she goes too far, she has the shot in the side.
These are the sort of shots that are all feeling, whether you want to let the cue out and try and bring the cue ball down towards the 6 off the 2 cushions, or just try and float this 4 in slowly with a lot of right hand spin and go around the 8. Just depends on how you feel about the shot.
You like the right hand spin on this?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
And there she wanted to let it out, so she knew she was always going to be coming towards the 6. Just hoping for a shot into an open pocket, and the 6 does not go past the 8 into the corners, so she's going to have to play this into the side. And much higher degree of difficulty with this shot.
Nicely done. And we're looking at one more shot to get across that little bridge and close out this rack. One more good shot. because the next two are elementary, my dear Watson. Oh, she got a little tricky here.
Well,
Got straight in. It's easy, but
yeah.
you know, if she preferred, she'd be a little softer or a little harder to be able to come right over for the 10. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Trying to keep that angle on the 10.
Unbelievable.
Just that little angle that she had to beat.
I'm totally speechless. I can't believe that. I was right down the line. She had a full pocket. Just absolute carelessness. I think she just felt she had done all the work and got complacent. That is the only excuse I can give Jasmin Ouschan there. And again, for all you watching at home, you can take nothing for granted in this game. And there you just saw one of the top lady players in the world give you an example of when you let your guard down, what can happen.
And that came from getting straight in on that ball. 1 inch either side, she has an easy way to hit the rail and come out, or an easy way to just slide over for the 10. And she wanted to make sure she held it right there.
George, I was all set to say that it took 10 racks before we've seen a break and run out.
Ouch.
And now 10 racks in and we still haven't.
Glaring error. Now, if that goes on to cost her the match.
She'll talk about that one. I mean, for the mistakes she's made in the match, and there have been a few, that one is going to hurt. That one hurts.
And actually cost her the set, because the match would be determined by another set. But that's a big one. And those hurt. You don't forget those often. She'll dream about that for a week. At least I do. Every time I have that shot again, I can still remember shots I missed back in 1996. They were similar to that.
Well, rack number 4. There'll be no sympathy cards from Seoa.
And there comes the 8.
And she's got a shot at the 1.
Oh.
And you want to talk about the pool gods? They remember.
Yes, they do. Because how often or how does this happen that after a glaring mistake like what Jasmin just made, it comes back to haunt you because it costs you the game and the next one. But she has to, Seoa has to execute. She's yet to run rack 2, so they're there for the taking.
Well, she'll never get a better chance than she sees right now. Now the 5, as it sits, I don't know whether it'll go by the 10. Definitely doesn't go by the 9 to the bottom left corner. Possibly by the 10 bottom right. If not, where the 4 is, always the possibility of a 5-10 combination. And if she's got the right angle on the 4, she can try and drop below the 5 to play the 5 into one of the open pockets.
Now, speaking of complacent, I think that 2 ball was shot a little bit complacent. She comes off this rail a little bit to get straight on the 3. It makes her task easier. Now, she has to hold on the left side for the 5.
Now she's looking at the 5. She may have to play this with just a trace of left-hand spin as she looks to get below the 5 to play it to the side.
Yeah, that was from just loafing on the 2 ball a little bit.
Just a little short of what would have been ideal position, but you'd still expect her to get this. And she doesn't have to worry about position to the 6. It's over the other side, waiting. And no prizes for guessing what's going through Jasmin Ouschan's mind right now. She's in her chair, ruining that miss on the 9 because it looks like costing her 2 racks. Should have been 2-1 in front and breaking. Now she's going to be 3-1 in arrears with Seoa breaking for the set.
And that is the first time that Seoa has won 2 games in a row.
And your first break and run out, 11 racks in. And she'd love a carbon copy as she breaks to try and close it out.
And I'm pretty sure Jasmin will let that ball go that she missed once that third set gets started. But until she gets out of that chair, it's bothering her.
I haven't done a match yet on the main table that's gone to a third and deciding set. I had one shootout match that we did earlier. I think it might have been way back on day 1. Kazakis versus Patsura. And that's the only shootout that I've seen that I've commentated on the main table. There have been a handful of them, though. Pressure packed. So here we go, rack number 5, 3-1 the lead in favor of Seoa to try and square it up at 1 set apiece.
But it can square up pretty quick. Win here by Jasmin on this game and a break and run on her part, and we'd be all tied up. Easy to say. That's in her mind. It would be in mine. She's elevated, so will she cut the left side of it, try to hold behind the 8 ball, or cut the right side of it and try to hold behind the 9 ball, or run all the way down and use the 3, 7, 8 for blockers? I think whatever she does, she's going to do it softly.
Well, she's found cover. And we're going to see how well Seoa jumps.
You know, that jump cue looks like the jump part of a break jump. Predator cue. It is a Predator. Well, she got over the hurdle, but wasn't able to take a stride afterwards.
Just containment again.
I think she'd be well served going for this ball. Cutting it over, bringing the cue ball down, trying to avoid that 8. But she might be well served by a 10 ball, a 2-10 combo. If she can come down here, end up well for it. She's going to go for another safety. Much better than what I just suggested.
Now, can she get through to the side cushion she's eyeing right now and spin that cue ball enough to get down to the 1? Apparently not, because she's looking at the other side of the table. And she's called the side pocket, 2 cushion escape. This is a tough hit.
She wants to hit the middle diamond. the bottom rail.
That was a good shot.
Mhm.
Good escape. Well, Jasmin knows she can use that 9 to keep that 1 in the middle of the top cushion.
She's
But a quarter ball hit will bring the cue ball down and hopefully for her find cover.
Well, she took that one, but she's left a fairly simple kick. Actually, she may be able to see the edge of the one.
Well, that's a good shot. That's a real good shot.
Yes, it is, and she could see a lot more than the edge.
Played to perfection.
Nibbled the 4, and it's given up ball in hand. And with ball in hand here, this rack can be attacked.
Looking for problems, George, and I don't see any.
Now, if she gets on that 3 ball for the side pocket there where she's at, it looks like it could. It's a stop shot on the 4 for the 5. The 5, the 6 are together. The 7's up in the middle of the table, next to the 8. It all just lends itself to a handy run. This is the key to it right here. Opened that lock pretty well.
She wants to get back to where she's showing you with her cue, just towards the middle of the table, just off straight on that 4.
She's messed things up.
Yeah, that was careless.
Putting that 7 there has really complicated it now, especially going from the 6 to the 7.
Yeah, very careless. And that might have bought Jasmin an insurance policy. Drag shot, nicely played. So she's got to play a real good positional shot now from the 6 to the 7. She's going to have the desired angle.
She's going to have to play short rail shape for the bottom left-hand corner pocket.
Or even try and get behind it if the 7 might go to the bottom left. As I said, she's going to have the perfect angle on this 6 to drop onto that 7. So what does she fancy with this?
She could come right up by the side pocket and then bank the 7 ball down to the corner, stop the cue ball behind the 8. She's going to go for position or run out, and she played the short side shape. Had that stopped about 2 inches to the right, and she'd be an odds-on favorite. Now, it's very doable, but it's going to take a good shot here.
That was a pretty good shot the way she played that. I thought trying to drop behind the 7, she could have played top and got there. But this is a big shot. She needs it. Jeez, that's a good
Oh,
shot.
that's a good shot. She came.
That is a
She's
real
come with
good
a couple
shot.
of really good ones right when she needs it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, she's answered the bell in this second set, no question.
And she should close this out to send it to a third and deciding set.
And I hearken back to that third rack where the 9 was missed by Jasmin Ouschan. Should have been 2-1 in front. She hasn't won another rack in this set. And all of a sudden, if Seoa can knock this 10 in, we're looking at a third and deciding rack. And remember, if it gets to 3-3, the shootout is front and center. And one thing's for certain, we've got a third set. Terrific performance from Seoa. Seoa there. 4-1, she wins set number 2. And the pressure magnified.
Well, let's see if the tough get going when it gets hot like this. This usually brings it out in the players.
And also, you get to this stage in a match, and mistakes are magnified as well.
Jasmin to break the third set. It's a winner break format, but as sets go, the winner of the lag breaks first. The second set goes to the opponent, and goes on in order.
Well, she definitely possesses a stronger break than does Seoa, even though she didn't see any friends at the table there. She crunched them. All those balls tracking up towards that far corner just kind of collided with each other to keep them all out.
Well, on her last break, Jasmin also broke dry, and that was quite a while back. Second game of the set. And she's broken dry again. Back and forth for the 2-ball. Now she's playing safe. I thought she might play that. Well, opportunity for Jasmin here. And her back's against the wall. I bet she gets going.
Or 7 possible combination. Bottom left.
She wants to get good on this 4-7. Just above the side pocket is where I'd be aiming. You see to stay just below it.
That's a real nice shot.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Sup-
too
Superb control there, executed.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm too scared of that side pocket to go that route. That's why I was just going to go above it. That takes very good control to stay beneath there with that speed and threaten the side pocket. Look at this 5-10 combo. Will she take it, or the run is just as easy as the 5-10 combo? There's almost 2.5 feet between the 5 and the 10, so it's not a straight out winner. You have to earn it. Yeah,
Yeah, 6 goes by the 8 into the corner.
much higher percentage in running these 4 balls than risking a game.
You know, this is just what Jasmin needed to start this 3rd set. She hasn't won a rack since she missed that easy 9. So to bury the memory of that and opening her account here, ideal. 1-0. The 3rd and deciding set.
Well, in Jasmin's defense there, I'm not winning the game since she made that error. It was punctuated by a break and run by Seoa. With a big exclamation point. But she's made one of her own, Jasmin has. Now she needs a good break to continue. Good break here and a few balls run, or a good outing for the next rack, and she'll forget all about that mistake. It'll be in the past. I am finding it kind of surprising that this tournament, everyone's been breaking from the side for the most part. I haven't seen too many players break from the middle. I don't know how to break any other way in 10 ball. It's always from the middle. And I'm watching them be very successful. Look at this.
At 10. How often have we seen it tracking towards that corner? So respotted. Angela will put it back on the spot. And she's got no shot. Oh, pardon me. It's the 9 over the left side. I was going to say she's got no shot on the 1. She's got this long distance shot on the 1, but she is queuing right over top the 4. And I didn't see a step ladder in the arena.
6 feet away and over the top. That's a tough shot. Very tough shot.
Yeah, she's looking to see where she can push to down the far end of the table, not to leave Seoa anything from which she can attack. But Jasmin is giving up the initiative in this rack by doing this, and she has no choice.
Oh, will she find herself behind the 8? Or is Seoa really playing this one ball on the side?
Pretty kind roll there. Overcut it into the 9, and the 2 has created a total eclipse.
You know, the way that came out, Jim, I don't think she was ever thinking about making the 1. She just called it just in case. She missed the shot she was shooting. I think she intended to play safe the whole time there.
Yeah, there's no other way at getting at this, so Jasmin's forced to jump. And this is in the lap of the gods.
Nice shot. Very nice shot.
Now, that's worth a note. That's one of the best shots Jasmin's played in the match. She's rather unlucky to leave that one so close to the corner pocket because there's a chance for Seoa to knock this in. Now, she's not going to land on the 2. That's the upside as far as Jasmin is concerned. But she was in trouble and she escaped.
I think she can slice this in. Is it froze on the rail? Apparently must be with her body language. From up here, it appears it may go, but she's the one. No, she just told me it doesn't. She's not happy about it. I think with just a little outside English, it might slide off the rail there.
Yeah, she kind of throws her arms up in despair,
Yep.
really. It's, you know, that was a real good roll for Seoa. Getting that 1 on that cushion where it wasn't makeable for Jasmin. But hey, you've got to be able to fade stuff like that. It happens. We all want to be selfish. I remember, you know, when I used to play, and I never played pool, I played snooker, but you want everything to go your way, you know. At the end of the day, you're probably pretty happy if things break even.
Really. But sometimes we forget the good rolls that we get because we focus on the bad ones that hurt us.
Yeah,
'Cause those hurt. The good
those are the
don't.
ones you
Yeah,
carry.
Sure. Following forward for the 3.
Well, I don't think she can make the 3, George. I can't really get a good look at it, but certainly she can hold the cue ball behind cover and bank the 3 up to the other end of the table.
Didn't a shot like that force Efren to shoot a Z shot that he is very famous for? I think she can see the 3. It is very packed in here and very loud in here. I don't know if the players can hear the shot clock because they keep looking at it. But yesterday, in fact, I was speaking with John Lehman in regards to the noise in here, the noise level. And he said that it was tough to hear the beeps on the shot clock. And so it was a concern for them.
Yeah, we've had a couple time violations, almost proving what you say.
Look at the way this is lined up. It is so tempting to just go ahead and fire this bank in and stay there for the 4. But you just can't risk it. Or can you?
Looks like she's called the bottom corner, so she's going to hold the cue ball behind the 4, bank the 3 around the angles, and use the 4 as a blocker.
4, 5. Yep.
She
Will it
didn't.
leak
She didn't.
out?
No, she didn't
Oh, she's a-
strike that with any conviction, George. She didn't float through the way she intended. I mean, she had a couple colors that she could have ducked behind. That was a real bad effort from Jasmin, and she knows it.
Well, there's a big break for her. Not too often do you get a comeback at a, as you said, a effort that was less than desirable. You like this rail first and come up for the
Absolutely.
4?
Absolutely.
Can she put it? If she can't put it in the side pocket, she's going to put that cue ball up right against the 5 ball. And at the angle she's going to hit it, it's going to take away the easy kick. Well, she's not doing that. Yes, she is.
Yeah, she'd like to have welded that cue
Yes.
ball to the 5. I think she's left her the side cushion.
And that's why she wanted to weld it, because she's on the inside of it there, and she wouldn't have this availability to that rail.
We saw Fedor Gorst play a shot like this, and he just played it ball speed, very slow.
Right up against it. Kind of like that. Only she's leaked it to the bottom and ball in hand. Well, that safety by Jasmin has afforded her ball in hand on this rack. Should get her, looks like the 4 ball goes, so should get her the 4-5 and then the 6-8 combo, and she could go 2 games ahead this set.
She's always looked more confident at the table just because she's got a quicker pace around the table. I mean, there have been a series of mistakes by both players. But at this point in the match, it is going to be all about what you've done for me lately.
Is it too hard? It is. She's forced herself to bank the so. It just got tough.
Again, just a miscalculation. She knew she had to gauge where that 6 was going to go.
You know, Jim, as I watched her shoot that, when she came off the rail for position on the 6-8, I thought the closer she stayed to the 6-8, the more control she would have on making the combo. And the angle would have been much better had it been up closer to the rail. And she wouldn't have been faced with that. When she came all the way down here, thought she might be in a little bit of trouble. And it turned out she was.
Well, if Seoa elects to attack here, Two options, the very thin cut or the bank bottom right.
Oh my, what a shot.
Yeah, you know, there's no applause. And if there was ever a shot made that was deserving of it, that was it. And this is a tough crowd. Yeah, she was forced to dig into that cue ball, and that increased the degree of difficulty to that 9. But after such a good shot on the 6, boy, she's got to feel like she's let Jasmin off the hook there.
Jasmin needs a similar shot right here. Will she play it soft or up and down?
I think Jasmin, when this match is done, if she loses it, she's going to come and steal that 9 ball, throw it in the garbage.
It's been a pain in her neck, hasn't it? It's cost her quite a bit. She had 3 opportunities, that rack, to make it 2-0, unfortunately. But they were tough opportunities. They weren't gimmies.
And 1-1 your score. I think the general feeling in this match, regardless of who eventually ends up winning and staying alive in the event, is the opportunities they've missed, not so much what they've made.
Well, the score is tied at 1. Seoa has pocketed 5 balls to Jasmin's 16. We've had 2 missed, 9 balls.
2 missed easy 9s. Both by Jasmin. That 9 that Seoa missed there was far from easy because she had to play it at speed. But she gave herself a chance with a great 6. I think it's also safe to say that if either one of them are allowed any practice table time, that's exactly where they'll be going, whoever wins this match.
That and that 3 ball. I think that 3 ball still with Jasmin. But that 9 ball more than anything. Well, another dry break by Seoa. There's no future in banking the 1 ball, so she's going to be looking for a safety option.
Again, just a miscalculation from Jasmin. Calling the bottom corner. She's going to try and kick this off the top cushion, and she's just asked for an extension just to think about it a little bit more. Yeah, deep sigh. Now she's going to tie something up. Just roll this 6 into the 8. Maybe a better option, really, because it wasn't an easy hit. And certainly, to roll the 6 into the 2, just past the 8. I'm not too sure about that one.
Well, that's where I thought she was going to go and just stick the cue ball right up against the 6 there. If she can nestle it between the rail and the 6, Jasmine's in real trouble. Careful not to make the 4. She's changed her mind.
This is what I do.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
again, you can play the 2 right into the 8.
Cue ball up against the 6 ball right there.
Yeah, and she's taking that side cushion away.
Exactly.
And Jasmine's on 1 foul. This is a tough one to hit. I thought she was rolling the 6 into the 8. I didn't see her rolling the 6 up by the 2 because she's just given Seoa too many options.
Can she get there from the corner pocket on the right side where she's just standing?
Yeah, she'll
It
be
looks
playing.
like-
She'll be playing this at speed too, George.
2-rail kick. Maybe even 3-rail kick.
Maybe even 4.
And it's the 4. Will she get a rail? There is the
A
rail.
rail. Well done, Jasmin Ouschan. A must hit because she would have been in serious trouble if she didn't hit that one. Well, she feels she can feather this into that pocket.
Feather it in or force it in?
Now a better look. I mean, it's impossible for us to tell
Yeah.
how close to that point this 2 is. We're only going to know after she plays the shot.
Now, if she has to, looks like she may have a shot. It's going to work out. No, she just left an edge on the left side. Standing right down the line. Sitting here right down the line, I can see the edge. It looks, well, she can play it into the 410, but I don't think she can make it on the bottom there. It has to hit the bottom and then and come off the 4. I don't think she has that much ball to hit it that thick. Yeah, it's above.
Look out.
Look at this.
Oh,
What a small pocket to fall into.
oh, that's cruel. She never factored that into the equation, did she?
No, she was factoring hitting that edge of the side pocket. And now,
Just got to be a little careful here.
well, I think she may be trying to see if she can develop a shot here with the 2-10. I would be looking for that. But more than anything, I'd be looking for a shot on this 2 ball. Because once you get on that and get good on the 3, it's yours for the taking. Yeah. Like that. And now she comes up right by the 6 ball with the cue ball. A nice big window between the 9 and the 5. Giving yourself a good angle on the 3.
Just out to the middle of the table. 5 goes to the bottom left corner. She just confirmed that. In situations like this, you don't want to have to do anything too special. Just minimize movement for that cue ball. Keep it simple. And she'd love to get straight in on this 8 and be a stop shot to the 9.
Perfect.
Well, we know we're in our third and deciding set, and just looking around some of the outside tables, I see Allison Fisher is still playing, so you just wonder if she's in the third and deciding set as well.
Is that Wei and Margaret still playing? Sure are.
And a 2-1 lead for Jasmin Ouschan.
This would be big for Jasmin to finish really high in this tournament and then go into Austria for her hometown.
Yeah, go home with some
Go home with
confidence.
some confidence and some
You know she's going to have
energy.
support.
Sure. And they do. Both. She sure does, I tell you. Chu Xiao is the winner of that event from last year, the World Women's 10-Ball Championship. And what a good feeling it would be for Jasmin to be able to come home with a big win under her belt. She's got to get through this set first, though.
Well, she'd love to plant that cue ball in the middle of the table here with a good break. She needs it.
You know, when this Predator Pro Billiard Series first started out, that 10-ball would have been a win. They adjusted it because it was happening. It happened in, I think it was Wisconsin, where Mario He went through 2 of them in the finals en route to a big win there.
Clear look at the 1.
And they said, no more 10 balls on the break. Races are too short. Would you be tempted to, no, that 2-ball. I didn't see the 2-ball. I was thinking she was going to play the 3-ball, and then I was going to say, you want to bank the 4? I think she's sold up for that, but I think she's going to be playing safe here.
Yeah, she was trying to get almost dead on that 2 so she could play it full ball and keep the cue ball behind the 8. I don't know if that angle presents itself.
For that. She might float over to the right side of the 10. Leave it straight across. Oh, no, she's going to play soft. It did present itself.
Did she take that side cushion away, though?
That I can't tell.
That would have been the ideal way to play that shot. Not sure she has. Well, Seo's looking up table, so that tells me she has taken it away.
She's going hard at this four-railer. She pointed at that corner, indicating that she might be playing the two ball there, just in case she hits it hard enough to do that.
Boy, that was a great escape. And nuzzled that 4 up to the 9. So there's no clear-cut finishes in this rack, and every rack right now under the magnifying glass. 2-1, as we said, that's the current score in favor of the lady at the table.
We might see 2 bank shots in pretty close succession. This one, oh, she went for the safety. Oh, and got it. Was she going between the 6-5 to get that safety though?
Well, she
Or
was
going into
definitely
the
going for
6? Yeah,
cover,
she was
George.
going
That's
cover.
for sure.
Exactly.
There was no point in taking that bank on because the natural angle took the cue ball away from the 3. Yeah, I think she's going to just try and, at least what it looks like she's trying to do is just bump that 6 up towards the 5 off that cushion. That's how difficult the escape is here. It's got the 4-9.
That's hard pressed to do anything. He's just leaving the 4-9.
She's looking to try and weave a path towards that too. This is tough. Yeah, pretty good attempt, but it was never going to be easy. And I'll tell you what she's done is she's left a 3-10. So Jasmine's going to look at this too. Because of where the 4 is, you know she's going to look at the 3-10. Why not?
And she says, I see it too. And there it is.
And she's right in line with it. 3-10 for a 3-1 advantage. And this one she can sell out to. She can commit to this. Great shot. Timely. 2 racks in a row and a 3-1 lead confirmed. She's in the driver's seat now.
When the going gets tough. But a tough get going. One more game to send Seoa to collect her check and move up to the final 8.
And just as significant, George, as she's going to be able to forget all those missed shots, missed opportunities, focus on the next match, stay positive, and amp up your game because you're going to need to.
Oh, Margaret's playing Allison, excuse me. They're still at it.
Yeah, and that match you've got to believe is in the 3rd and deciding set as well.
Wei Wei is playing, oops.
Great opportunity. She got the 2 in the side. She got a shot at the 1. 3 is near the right side. 4 near the left. She's just got to hold herself together. But this is a chance.
I wonder if she's thinking possible 3-10 combo or possible 3-10 carom, or just I'm going to run out.
Now she should be thinking run out, because the natural path for this cue ball is up and down the middle. The speed nicely to drop onto that 3 to the side. So just about controlling your emotions right now. The finish line's in sight.
What a great break when she needed it most.
Totally lost the cue ball there. As soon as she hit it, she knew. Unwanted spin. She hit it too hard. And I don't know if this 4 goes by the 5 to the top right. If it doesn't,
I'm banking the 4 ball at the 10 and taking the cue ball behind the 8.
not a bad call, George. Not a bad call at all. And she's looking at it.
I don't blame her. She's called it. Now, do you pay attention to trying to get that cue ball back there, or do you just say, you know something? It's time to go. I've got to hit this as good as I can and roll the dice.
It's go time, but I still think she can follow through with that cue ball to try and get it into the tall grass down there.
Yeah.
But watch the 10.
She got the tall grass.
Yeah, the jump cue's coming out. She didn't really punch it the way I thought she might. I thought she might kill the speed of the cue ball and play the 4 a little firmer to get it away from that pocket if she did miss the 10. Because Seoa, you'd almost favor her to get this. It's very close to the pocket. It's not a difficult jump.
She's had a couple like this and has missed the object ball. But she's executed the job well. Just like that, actually. And now she's left another 4-10.
Yeah, she's just called it.
Yeah.
4 into the cushion. And again, second look at the match. Just got to miss the 6 into the cushion and to park the 10.
It's one that was just laying in one of those places where do I play it rail first or do I go right at the ball? I'm not sure how much space she had to get by the 6.
She didn't have a lot of room.
Okay.
But she's had 2 looks at it. And again, she hasn't left anything easy for Seoa.
The rail slippery. Cut in here. You got to get to where the cue ball is now for the 5. May as well try to cut it in just like that and go back and forth. Well, attempt number 3 for this rack for Jasmin. Two 10-ball attempts and this run-out attempt.
right down the bottom cushion.
Oh, little too hard. It won't go by the 7.
Yeah, we don't want this to finish too early anyway, George. It's too exciting.
Do you want to shoot out? It's 3-1. She's going to go right behind. I'm thinking she's going behind the 7 here. Yes, with the cue ball.
She's called the opposite side. She'd like full contact on this 5. She'd like a contact on the 5, period.
Most of these one-rail kicks like this have gone long. That one went right on course. Okay, here it is, Jasmin.
Well, all Sale can hope for is another chance, because the way she sat down in her chair, she knows this might be the best chance Jasmin's had.
That's pretty light. She'd like to have been a little higher, I think. It's got to avoid the 10. I would just go straight across, wouldn't you? Or would you try to bring it up closer to the 7?
No, for sure you want to take that side pocket out of the equation, so wouldn't worry about the distance. Stay below the 10.
Well, she can either swing it around or play with a touch of inside. I like swinging it around, personally. She's had trouble with the speed with those shots, though.
Now she's just got to hold herself together.
Short side, or you come up above the pocket to play the 10 in the same.
No, she'll keep it simple. This is the finish line, George.
I know. I'm just. Some players like to swing that around, so they don't like the longer shots.
Top left. Set and match.
Under these conditions, this is not a gimme.
It's there. Safe to say there were some anxious moments for Jasmin Ouschan, but in the end, she comes good. 2-1. She takes out Seoa. And George, it was exciting to say the least.
It was a great match. Jasmin had her hands full, and she'll come into Austria and with the worst, a top 8 finish.
Well, folks, another 45 minutes. We're going to be bringing some more first-class pool your way, so you won't want to go too far. Grab a cup of coffee, and we'll see you shortly.